So here's the first problem. And I want you to think about this, and as always, give me a thumb when you think you have an answer. Say it in your hand. Let it go.
100.
Who would like to tell me about how they knew it was 100? Nation?
Because I know that you can use multiplication to help you, and that I know that 3 times 100 equals 300.
Look at everybody agreeing with you. Okay, so I didn't hear anybody disagreeing or anybody had a different answer. 100. So I want to draw a picture of that division. So if I was to draw an array, inside this array are 300 squares. I'm not going to draw all 300, but there are 300 squares inside this array. And this side is 3. So there's 3 columns, right? And so what you're telling me, Nation, is how many are right here?
100.
So this is 3 times 100 is 300, but 300 divided into 3 columns, there's 100 in each column, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here comes another part. So think about that. And a thumb when you're ready. And I think what I might do is go ahead and draw the array while you're thinking. There's an array that goes with this. There's 120 squares inside there, and it's 3 on this side. I think what I'd like you to do is turn and talk in just a second about what you think it is and why you think it is that way. Okay, ready? Go.
I think that
3 times 20.
Well, do you remember what we did with the zeros? If I cover up the 0 on that 120, what is it? What times 3 equals 12? Let's count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12.
4.
So if 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times what is 112?
Wait, 3.
Just 4 times 9. 5 more seconds. Thumb when you think you know. Do you think you all have the same answer? Yeah. I'm not sure. I want to hear all of the answers that you have. Who has an answer that they want to give? Jason?
40.
And why do you think? Are there any other answers? Why do you think it's 40, Jason?
Because I counted by 40, it was 40, 80, 120.
40, 80, 120. Okay. Other people, how did you get that many? Vivian?
I thought of 3 times 40 because you just have to append the 0.
Oh, so you were thinking, let me just put your little thought bubble here. You were thinking, you said you thought about 3 times 4 equals 12. And so what did that lead you to think?
3 times 40 because you just have to append the 0.
People are agreeing with you. So you also use multiplication. Akaya, did you want to add on?
I knew that 12 divided by 3 is 4, and then added the 0, which is 40.
Did you add a 0 or did you
Append.
append a 0? Okay. So we're saying that this is, the missing factor over here is 40? Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to change that to 40 then. Sweet. Okay, so now, I think some of you probably already know what I'm going to do next, but let's find out. So now, Let's look at my notes.
Divided by 3 equals.
Oh.
Thumb when you think you have an idea. And while you're thinking, I'm going to draw because now this whole thing is 420. I'd like to hear a few answers. Who would like to give us an answer? What are you thinking, Sophia?
I think it's 140.
You think it's 140. Are there any other answers? You're all agreeing?
Yeah.
Can you explain why you think it's 140?
Why I think it's 140 is because I remember like a lot of the past times when you did a number string,
Mm-hmm.
you basically have to add the first two numbers, and then you could just add the first two answers, and then you would get answer 140.
So because I added these two dividends, I could add the answers right here to get that? Is that what you're saying? Okay, Princess, did you want to add on?
So, if you're using division, what goes down, you could add to figure out the division problem. Because you did two division problems, which is a small problem to help us with the bigger problem.
We do a lot of that, don't we, with the small problems with the bigger problems. Praise, what did you want to add?
I was just agreeing with her.
Oh, okay. So, so are we agreeing that it's 140? Yeah. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you something that we did yesterday. But I'm going to write this differently. Okay? So 420 objects divided into 3 groups is the same as, you gotta do this in the right colors. 300 objects divided into 3 groups plus 120 objects divided into 3 groups. True? False?
True.
Did I forget something?
Yeah. No?
Oh.
Kai?
I think it's true because 300 plus 120 equals 420. And
Praise?
that's
I think it's true because 420, all you did with the 420 divided by 3 is you put the 300 and the 120 together to get 420. And then you left the 3 like where that was, and then you got 420 divided by 3.
Nation?
I think that's true because 300 divided by 3 is 100, and 120 divided by 3 equals 40, and 100 plus 40 equals 140.
You're saying that this is true because if this is 100 and this amount is 40, then it equals 140 because 120 and 300 is 420. Is that right? Andre, did you want to add on? And then Vivian.
I have a comment.